I'll give you the fucking craziest story. It's the fucking best. Like when we were making the first movie, they were like really serious. Like the director's like, dude, don't fucking waste our time with any fucking half-ass ideas. Now it's a R-rated movie, you know. Like we gotta like step it up.
Yeah.
My first thing I said in response to that was, "Oh yeah." Like I was like indignant and offended that they would suggest I might, you
Waste
know,
anybody's time. Yeah.
right? And I said, "Oh yeah, how about if I get myself tattooed on myself, larger than myself? You know, because the face on my back is considerably larger than my face." And that was my first thing. Now, I submitted all these different ideas, and it just ended up being a spaghetti at the wall situation. But one of my ideas, and it wasn't one of the bigger ones, but I said, hey, you know, I've got this thing. It's like a bar trick I do. Like I drink through my nose. You know, like. You know, I'll do like, you know, with straws or whatever. I said, please make me a beer bong where like the thick hose forks into two thinner hoses, and each of those hoses will go into one of my nostrils, and I'll funnel a beer through my nose. I said, I think I can fucking pound like a whole beer, like funnel it, like beer bong it into my nose, like in record speed. I think it'll be amazing. So fair enough. They humored my idea. The props guy makes a nostril beer bong with two thin hoses. We get on the set. I'm fucking wide awake for like day 2 or 3. You know, on cocaine. I was on cocaine that whole first
like
movie.
day 2 or 3 of the movie shoot. No, I've been awake for 3 days on cocaine. Got it. Understood.
Okay. And so the peanut gallery gets around. You know, Knoxville pours the fucking beer into the thing. I put the hoses in my... And just as I pictured it, exactly the way I planned it, I fucking bonged that whole beer into my nose in no time. But the problem was, not one person even giggled in the peanut gallery.
Because it was just like, you did it.
There was like a... And then, like, no laughter. And Knoxville says... That sucked. Stick it up your ass. Right? Now, here's where it gets even better. Is because this happened after I had declined to put the toy car up my butt, right? Because citing that it would upset my father too much, and I'm backing out because I just can't do that to my dad. So Knoxville says, that sucked. Stick it up your ass. And immediately I go, we already established I don't put shit up my butt. And if I would have left it there, I would have been clean off the hook. No problem. Not another question. But then I followed that up by saying, and it probably wouldn't work anyway.
Really?
So now I've completely fucked myself because first and foremost, we are scientists. And now it is our fucking fiduciary duty
You took an oath.
to find out if it's going to work. And I realized I fucked myself. I'm like, oh, God damn it. So here we go. And remember, this was on the first movie.
Right.
That butt chug was not a part of the first movie. It was a part of the second movie.
Okay.
Oh,
So what we went on to film that day never saw the light of day. It never even landed
Yeah,
on
because I was
the
going to
cut-
say, I don't think I've seen is the nose thing
Right.
out there?
There are pictures of it, but none of
Yeah.
this ever even made it to the cutting room floor because it never even got cut.
Yeah.
Because when we chopped off the thinner hoses, I lay down on the ground. I remember like that being the harshest thing for me was how easily that thick ass beer bong hose just glided right into my butthole. I mean, there was no resistance at all. It just went in. They're like, dude, you just got into that easy. You got in. What the fuck is wrong with you? And so then they pour the fucking beer into the thing, right? And everyone's chanting, chug, chug. Nothing's happening. But then I kind of figure it out. I start kicking my legs, and you can see.
It goes you
can see it's going into my butt. But that first time when we were filming the first movie, as much as the beer was going in my butt, all of this yeasty, cloudy shit was coming out of my butt. So the beer in the hose was just getting cloudy and shit.
He's gonna puke.
Just filled with shit. And
just go. You're gonna puke. Go. There he goes.
Wow. That's a hair trigger right
Dude,
there.
he has one of the weakest stomachs I've ever seen, and he is cripplingly hungover right now. So he is, yeah.
That's epic.
Before you came in, we were just talking about certain things.
I'll get him back out there momentarily.
Yeah. so it's
okay. So here's so now. Now what happens next? Like they were filming it as well, like kind of right down Main Street. Like they just the way they filmed it was just too graphic for it to be usable.
To be on the movie.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
For it to be usable. And what made it worse?
do pray tell. Continue.
What made it worse was that after I pulled out, I got like most of it in there. I pulled out the beer bong, and I found like that I was able to kind of fart beer
back out.
Yeah, but it was just little spurts. Then it was just like a little spurt, and it would shoot out. And then I start giggling and hiking my legs up higher and higher, and keeps doing the spurts, farting out the beer, but now I'm managing to fart out more and more.
Yeah.
By the time I get my ass up over my head, I'm just straight up shitting beer into my own mouth. I could unearth that footage.
Yeah, wait, so that's never been seen though?
It was filmed. It was never. They never
Who do you
even
think
edited.
has that?
I mean, it would
like
be.
Tremaine and those guys have that?
I'm sure that it lives in a vault.
Dude, you've got to get that out.
It lives
so
in a vault.
So it's kind of just it's hucking over, and it's
I
like
100% was farting beer into my own mouth, like and laughing. I was
hysterically
farting all over. It's the beer's coming out of my asshole, landing on my face, splashing off my cheeks,
and you're just loving it.
And it's going in my mouth, and I'm just giggling.
And the peanut gallery.
I'm sure I was swallowing it too, just for effect.
And the peanut gallery's going bananas.
Oh my God, they couldn't get enough. They couldn't get enough.
And the thought that probably, I don't know, 15 whatever minutes earlier, you were going, no, my dad won't be happy with that.
Right. I told you that's a good story, man.
I mean, that footage, I don't know where we could put it, but it's got to go somewhere.
I used to tell that story in my stand-up.
Yeah.
Like, and after my first comedy special came out, like I just retired that story.
No, it's a good one though.
I haven't told it
in years.
It's a great one. It's a great one. Dude, do you realize like the kind of power you have, like how to influence people? Like we were talking about when we saw you at Burt's, and you were telling the story about the sumo dildos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, if Steve-O takes out a double-sided dildo right now, I'm gonna have to wrestle.
Yeah, it's an aggressive idea.